during the Spanish Civil War itself, there was an army psychiatrist who fought with a nationalist named Antonio Vallejo-Nágera. And Vallejo-Nágera did a version of a kind of set of Mengele-style experiments on Republican political prisoners in 1938 and 1939 with Franco's permission, the purpose of which was to prove his idea of what he calls la eugenesia de la hispanidad, Hispanic eugenics. But so the idea of these experiments that Vallejo-Nágera was given official license to conduct was that there was a red gene, that basically Marxism had an epigenetic dimension, and that the eugenics of hispanidad, of hispanity, were basically inhered in a kind of spiritual brotherhood of the Castilian language and the Catholic faith, that this was the raza, the race. So the race is threatened by the invading virus of the red gene of Marxism, and that therefore, and that the red gene produces psychotic and schizophrenic behaviors such as the reversal of tradition, or the undermining of traditional gender roles, the destruction of the family, all of this kind of stuff. The gender ideology, as we would call it in kind of contemporary far-right terms. And so he develops this whole theory of how you can allegedly square the Catholic social doctrine with an exterminationist project to destroy the corrupting influence of the red gene in order to save the Hispanic race. And one of the ways that you do that, according to Dr. Vallejo-Nágera, is when you have children who are born into left-wing families, you must separate the children from the left-wing family. And the theory being that if the children are exposed to the proper spiritual fraternity of the Hispanic raza, that they can be redeemed, that you can basically fight and defeat the virus of Marxism and the red gene by limiting its expression through the rehoming of literally stolen children to be raised by patriotic, nationalist, right-wing Christian families. Later on, once you have the onset of the high Cold War era dictatorships in Latin America, in several of them, we also see the concerted policy of military juntas to destroy families in this fashion with the idea of rehabilitating the race from its having been infected by the red virus. So there is an explicit biologization of an assumed set of left ideological positions.